Mythology.
That's beautiful.
Bit of singing starts off.
Debaser.
I
like this record. We're going to do Pixies, Doolittle.
Yes, Neil, Chris.
Oh,
Riffology.
sorry, yeah, I'm Neil, you're Chris. This is Riffology.
Yeah.
Welcome, if you're listening to us.
Website is riffology.co.
It is.
You can do Riffology. It's like a plectrum with Riffology written on it. It's great logo. You'll love it. Just get on that. It's good. This album, I didn't understand the Pixies for a long time.
The Pixies to me were a band that other people loved.
Yes,
like absolutely. Like some of my friends were so in love with the Pixies. Yeah. I was like, I'm not really sure I get at the time, like in the kind of the late 80s.
Yes.
Like this for me would have been a time of Metallica and Slayer and there was a bunch of like kind of death coming out, like obituary and stuff. There's a bunch of like stuff. That's what would have been my mainstay. And we didn't mix with, I had lots of friends at school who were nice people, but like, do you know another band that was like that for me? 9 Inch Nails.
Right, okay.
Other people listen to 9 Inch Nails, not me.
Did you have the thing where it's like when it's like telly where they go, you'd love the Pixies? I had loads of that.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was into the Pumpkins and it was a bit grungy.
They're exactly the same, aren't they?
No. And they said, oh no, you should definitely listen to the Pixies. You're going to love the Pixies. You'll love Pixies. And I listened to it and I went, where are all the fuzzy guitars? Like, where's the screaming lead breaks? Where's the snarling vocal?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why someone would have said that to me, because at the time I like the big, warm, big, thick guitar sounds. And this is quite chorusy, thin, kind of sharp sounds.
Don't like being told what to listen to. But I do it all the bloody time.
What, so people...
Yeah, I'm constantly saying, you've got to listen to this. Someone did it to me. I'm like, well, I'm not really sure about that. There's like 2 people on the planet. I'll be like, okay, I'll listen to that. Most people, I'm like, no, not going to listen to it. But it's interesting for me. Doolittle is... Like, I mean, I'm trying to think when I really this hit me. It was probably like 2010 or something like that, where I kind of realised that, it's probably a little bit of an arrogant little dickhead when I was that, with that age in 1988. And I don't know, I would have been 14. All 14-year-old boys are dickheads. And I didn't connect with it. But then later on in my 20s, it made sense to some degree. It was kind of like, it might have been my 30s actually. I was kind of, I get this. I think it was like This Monkey's Gone to Heaven for me, the first one that did it. And I was like, this is really cool. Yeah. And then as you go through the rest of the record, it kind of pulls you in a little bit. Yeah. And it's an album that I've listened to countless times over the years. And I always loved it, never owned it, never, it's only really since, when kind of streaming got good enough that you could kind of listen to anything you wanted. Yes. It's kind of around that time really for me that I kind of fell in love with this. But listening to it this week, again, preparing for the show, I went back and listened to Surfer Rosa. Right,
okay, that's the first one, isn't it?
Yeah. Now...
Or the earlier one.
Yeah.
One before this.
That's the one before.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. That's got like... It feels like a live album. We've talked about this before with some of these where they sound a bit like a live album. It sounds like a live room feel on it. Whereas this doesn't. No. This feels really like meticulously engineered. Yes. I think it's not. I don't think Surfer Rosa has seen a compressor. I don't think there's. I think if there was a compressor involved in that, it was on the floor, not plugged in. I don't think it was involved in Surfer Rosa very much at all. Whereas here, I think you can hear the compressors. You can, it's a bit bigger, a bit thicker. Than Surfer Rosa was. And it feels like this. Like natural evolution, this natural step, if you like, between where Surfer Rosa was and kind of the albums that were surrounding that at the time. Yes. And where we would get to with Nirvana and grunge. And, do you know what I mean? It feels like there's this like evolutionary step between them, and that's what Doolittle is. And
I think that's why people would have said to me, "You'll love this because it's like the earlier part of the family tree to all the music that you like and listen to." And I didn't get that. I was like, no, I like the fuzzy.
I like what it is now.
I like this now. Yeah. And but for me, it was about because I used to teach guitar when I was at uni and college and things like that, like for pocket money.
But only to people that like Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I used to teach guitar. There was like some really great guitar players. Loads like there was loads of guitar players that were better than me. Yeah. Like, you know, by the time I'd sort of done with them, and I was like, I can't teach you anything anymore.
Too good.
Yeah. You're doing really well. But they actually like jamming. They like hanging out. And, you know, that sort of thing. Anyway, this one lad, he was like, I just want to learn the Pixies, and he reminded me of me because when I went to guitar lessons,
all you wanted was the Pumpkins.
No, it was Bon Jovi at the time.
Oh, well, these days?
No, before. No, it was a bit of that, but it was a bit before that as well.
New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly, New Jersey. Yeah, and my guitar teacher, because it was like a classroom-based group where there was like loads of people that went, and it was because it was a bit cheaper if there were loads of you, like rather than like one-to-one guitar.
Yeah.
So he basically just like used to put me in a room on my own because I didn't do as I was told.
I bet you were a horror to teach, actually.
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
But no, I was always really enthusiastic
about something else.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh God.
And it was like, can you teach me how to do this? And he just, you know, he was such a kind man. He was very, you know, really nice guy, and he used to come in and show me the bits. And then go and teach the proper stuff, you know.
Right.
And I was just like wanting to learn, you know, Richie Sambora. That was it, really. And where was I going with that? Oh yeah, no. So when I taught guitar, there was this lad that wanted
the Pixies,
to teach, but all he wanted to learn was the Pixies. He didn't want to learn anything else other than the Pixies. So I had to learn the Pixies to teach him, and it was only then that I really went, this is actually really good, because it's not like, you know, teaching someone debate or teaching someone, you know, Here Comes Your Man or what those sort of things, you know, that you sort of get into what the songs are, and for me it's all about the colour. Like the tone of the song, and that's what I really fell in love with the Pixies.
It's an album as well, I think, that really teaches you what the bass guitar brings to a song. Yeah, you know, like Kim Deal's, like she bring and her voice, I think, is it makes a big difference to this record too. But I think, you know, she brings these like phenomenal bass lines, which like really elevate the songs. But what I think so you kind of got these like bits of like bass line brilliance, really. But then you've also got bits in there where the bass line's kind of just hiding away a little bit. And I think it's interesting, like especially like the really thick, heavy rock that I really liked.
Yes.
Like you didn't know what the bass guitar was doing. No, because it's
always just hitting the roots.
So if you go and listen to I don't know, stuff off like
AC/DC, they're just playing A.
You have to play it at the right time, though. And the rest of the rhythm. It's all about the rhythm. But if you like listen to Rain in Blood or you know, any of that kind of thick, heavy,
you're not listening to the
bass is really weird. And that was what really hit me with this. It was kind of like, hang on a minute, this is, you know, the bass is actually changing the tone and shape of the song. And if you remove, like, I mean, Metallica famously with And Justice for All removed the bass from there. You still got a Metallica album. You still got like you know, what you expected, really. It's a weird tone, but you still kind of, it was still very definitely was of that genre.
I was just thinking about the lineup as well, because they've all got really good names. So you got Kim Deal on the bass. You got Charles Thompson, who goes under the name of Black Francis.
Do you know where that came from?
What, Black Francis?
Yeah.
No. Because wasn't he called Frank Black for a bit as well, or is that somebody else? He went under that name for a bit.
So I think it's really interesting, right? So
Manic Preacher in Chief.
He was called Charles Thompson. That was his name his dad christened him with. And he went by the name of Black Francis for the Pixies. Yeah. The name Black Francis was what his dad was going to call the next child that they had.
Really?
but didn't have.
Right.
And then so when he was looking for a stage name, his dad was like, try this.
Yeah. And that's what happened.
According to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Which has got to be right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Do you know Paddy?
I know Paddy.
He was going to be called...
Oh, God.
No, honestly, he was going to be called John Wayne.
Oh. That'd been way better.
Yeah, he's going to be called John Wayne. That's on record. I'm sure it's on the Blind when he did the Blind Boy podcast.
Oh, did he? Yeah, I remember him doing the Blind Boy podcast.
I'm sure he said it on there, so I'm not saying anything that's
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I still remember
doing that.
There's a beautiful
song about that as well.
I still remember doing that cover shoot for A Ride in the Lower Here to Save the Neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm just like turning up at his family home and just kind of taking the shot of him looking out of the window.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was just really, really cool.
Yeah,
really cool thing to do.
It's become quite that look's become quite iconic. You know, the baseball, that's a big part of the show now and everything.
It's mega. Yeah, it was such a good laugh to do that. It was really, really cool. I just love the fact that he hadn't told anybody he was coming. So we all just burst in the door with like camera gear. And he was just like, can we just go upstairs for a bit? And it was just like, everybody's like, yeah, all right. And it was like, that's the culture, isn't it?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, you grew up in Windsor. The culture's just like, yeah, all right, fine. Do whatever you want. Like if I just burst into my old family home, my dad would call the police probably.
so that's Kim Deal, Black Francis.
Yeah. David Lovering
on the That's a good name.
Yeah.
And the best name, I think, probably in the world ever, Joey Santiago.
Porn star.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
In it?
Yeah, it
totally.
is. Yeah.
We were laughing at my friends from school earlier. Yeah. And the two that really stuck out. Everyone's got like
Porno Chris.
Everyone's got mates with like great nicknames. I remember being at work. I worked in a bank. I had a proper job. I had to wear like trousers and everything. And my two best mates were Mad Tony and Porno Chris. So
great nicknames.
Brilliant, aren't they? Yeah. So we'd all go out every Thursday.
Yeah.
And then like my mates from Leicester, like we used to go out in Burton. So my mates from Leicester would be like, oh, are we all right to crash at your place tonight? And we'll go out with Porno Chris and Mad Tony. And he's like, yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. Did you ever have a cool? I never had a cool nickname.
No, I didn't know. Although one of my favourite nickname stories ever.
Yeah.
Is I'm sure it was on one of these things like Festival or one of these like one of these things like that. It might or it could have been a one of these panel comedy shows. I can't remember. It was something like that. But it was the idea they were talking about, like the mad names that they give, people with nicknames and stuff. And Blind Boy, actually, I spoke about Blind Boy. There's a few where he talks about really cool nicknames for the most ridiculous reasons. And there was one where it was about the lad that was called Wayne Bruce.
Right.
And and his nickname was Man Bat. Which I think is possibly the greatest nickname ever
really
created.
Good.
Man Bat.
Our team is split into three, right? We've got the US team, the EMEA team, and then the APJ team out down. But the Aussies, oh my God, they are brutal. Absolutely. It's really funny when the D&I thing came across everywhere, like sort of about 10 years ago. We all had to sit in meetings and learn. You
said to ban the Australians from giving anyone nicknames.
The Aussies were just like, well, so what am I allowed to say to people? They were like, we don't get it. We're not allowed. What if I say it in a nice way? I remember that was brilliant. I do. I love my Aussie mates. They're mega. What else?
Sorry, you were talking about bass, and then I rudely interrupted you and went really off piece.
You did, yeah. So Kim Deal did the bass. She did harmonies as well. She did bits of slide guitar as well on there as well. Really? So she did all kinds of stuff. I think she strikes me though as like, I think her influence on this album is more than the playing.
Yeah.
Because there was pretty significant turmoil. I think. Like I think. Was it Kim and Joey Santiago didn't get on particularly well?
I don't know actually. Right.
And
that explains because she went on to form the Breeders, didn't she?
Yeah. I don't think they got on particularly well. And there's lovely bits in there of interviews and stuff with Gil Norton.
Yeah.
Like having to almost mediate, not mediate, but like calm things down.
Yeah.
and we've talked about this before, where sometimes that kind of like combativeness, sometimes it makes it worse, and sometimes it makes it better. Sometimes it kind of, like with Pink Floyd, and so it made it a bit better.
I like what you put on the blog on this, where Gil was kind of like it was like a big puzzle that he had to solve.
Yeah,
like the making of this record for him was like from the song perspective, but it sounds like from the band perspective as well. It was almost like trying to solve this problem or solve this puzzle.
I think and so Gil talks about a lot of the recording process being almost in silence. So the whole band would be in the room, and between takes. I mean, you know what bands are like. There's always stuff happening. There's always some, there's always somebody's like, when you've got a bunch of people, a bunch of mates together in a room, there's always, someone's always doing something stupid.
None of that.
But it was silence.
Yes.
In between takes, and then they would just do it again, and then they would just do it again.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I find it like a bit weird, but like the album itself, it sounds quite like it's pop album.
Yeah.
At heart.
Yeah.
And I think like Surfer Rosa that doesn't sound like a pop album to me. This one's got more melody to it, and it's got the song structures a bit better. That's Gil Norton, I think. Yes. And then, like you say, it's engineered. That each song feels like it's been engineered. It feels like it's had. Do you know what I mean? It's had a structure applied to it. Yes. Well, there's a chorus here, and there's this bit here, and there's this bit there, and this is how we're going to.
It's almost like it's been dissected, then put back together.
Yeah, definitely. There's some of that.
It's more vague when it comes to rock music. It's more vague, I think. We just have a bunch of chords, and we got to fill up spaces and put some words in there, and I don't know. I'm in a naive kind of way. I'm trying to like be like surreal or Dada. Sometimes it's really crude, and there's hardly anything there. Sometimes it's more developed than other times. Just sort of I don't know. Whenever we all get over to Dave's garage and plug everything in.
And I was kind of getting onto to Kim Deal's influence. I'd say influence on it, but the way she changed the tone of this just by her vocals and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the vocals, like I say, Black Francis vocals and the lyrics are like super weird.
Yeah.
There's like bits of the Bible in there. There's kind of, like surrealism. There's like each track is like this world. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like a universe that he kind of creates and builds. And it's all really quite dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then Kim Deal's vocals, the backing vocals, the melodies,
they had a bit of lightness.
Yeah, they're quite sweet sounding.
Yeah,
and it's interesting. I wonder if it would have been as well received if it wasn't for her vocal style and her kind of bringing that balance. To it, because the whole album's really dynamic. It's like there's quite like you get these lovely quiet parts, like the verses are quiet and the choruses are really loud. There's like we've talked about the dynamics before, and almost that gets lost with modern records, where the compressors are wound up and everything's kind of nudging the limiter everywhere.
Yeah.
This has got tons of space in there, but also there's space within the space, right? So there's there are gaps in it. There's like pauses. There are bits where the vocals are like super quiet, and then it like builds, and you can feel the dynamics rising, and then the chorus will kind of kick in. So it's an album of this kind of dark and light, I think. Yeah. And Kim Deal's I think she's a big part of that. I think without her vocal in this, I don't think it would have been the same record.
You spoke before we hit record about, and you alluded to it there about the sort of Bible stuff and this idea of there's something that's quite religious about it, particularly in regards to like the Old Testament stuff.
There's a lot of it's from the Old Testament. Gouge Away, I think, is Samson and Delilah.
Yeah.
Gouge away. You can gouge away. Stay all day if you want to.
I'm mostly just in the memories of Bible stories of the Old Testament and things like that, you know, and lyric references, you know what I mean? You know, people could say that, like, you know, he's got that preaching kind of vocal style, but I don't know if it comes from watching a lot of that. I certainly have seen a lot of that and been around a lot of that, but I don't know. I listened to, like, my Iggy Pop albums about a zillion times, too, so that might have something to do with it, too, you know? I really don't know which it is. It's just the entertainment. I think I'm really just trying to entertain.
I'm not particularly big on the Bible, so I'm kind of relying heavily on Wikipedia here. But yeah, there's a ton of that kind of stuff where, you know, it's kind of quite surrealist or you know, or based on the Old Testament. So
yeah.
I think it's interesting. It's all quite dark.
Yeah.
You know, there's like this monkey's gone to heaven, about the environment, and you know, almost like, you know, it's almost like lost. That it's a lost cause. We're kind of just doomed.
It's interesting because we've had that narrative for a while around that, and it's amazing to think that, you know, even back in the sort of 80s and 90s, you know, these climate-based conversations were happening. Yeah.
With the ozone. Remember the ozone?
Oh yeah.
And we had loads. I remember we had an assembly at school about the ozone.
Yeah.
And so I still remember it to this day.
Captain Planet.
Oh, honestly, we had. Oh God, it's just brought back this horrific memory. So I don't know how old I'd have been. I was at junior school.
Yeah.
And we had the head stood up, and, you know, they did that. Yeah. You know, when like as a grown up, you realise that these assemblies are kind of literally made up on the journey into school, or, like, you know, as they're kind of, you think, oh shit, I've got an assembly.
Yeah. That was my entire career.
We had an assembly about the ozone, and so the head just kind of did this thing and showed a thing, you know, with a overhead projector.
Yeah.
Showed us what the ozone looked like, and showed a round ball in the earth, and this is why it's really bad, and it's all going to get hot, and that's why, you know, it's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And then the culprit are these, and she brought like a can of hairspray up and then proceeded to just spray it all over the stage. And we were all just, oh God.
So the only thing that was missing there was the lighter. You know,
but the thing is, like you wouldn't be allowed to do that anymore.
No.
But
what, make a flamethrower out of?
But it stuck in my memory. I remembered it.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Oh God, we're going to go off piece.
That was the thing, you know, like for a while. That
setting fire to
your kids were doing things, and then I'm sure there was one where, like, someone had their hand blown off or something, or like really damaged their hand because it kind of.
What, in an assembly? Head teachers blowing themselves up.
Yeah. No, I remember. I seem to recall it being a thing where it's like, God, we've got to get these kids to stop.
I've got to offload some memories from junior school now. So the other assembly, I can only remember two assemblies. There's that one where she sprayed hairspray. The second one,
is it primary school?
Yeah, primary school.
Yeah.
The second one was where the police came in to talk to us about drugs.
Right. Okay.
And because the village that we lived, I lived in Measham.
Yeah.
And the village that we lived in, they had a problem with teenagers getting high on lighter fluid.
Yeah.
Right? And so there was what they would do is they would put a plastic bag over their head.
That was the thing to do with deodorant cans and that.
Yeah,
as well,
and they were spraying all this stuff up there and getting, and then they would pass out and then suffocate. And then so we literally had like a police officer got somebody out and showed us what it was like with a plastic bag over your head, like a 6-year-old. And I just remember thinking, I would have been like, what, 7?
Yeah.
Are you sure this is a good idea? I mean,
do you reckon they asked permission?
I don't know, but it was really.
Because I used to pull, like, not that, but but there were things where I was trying to make a point to the lesson. I think there was one about racism, actually.
Yeah.
Or like, no, it wasn't. It was to do with, like, even if you see someone doing the wrong thing, even if they're in a position of authority or power, you have to challenge them if they're doing something wrong. So there was one but I made, like, I had a word with a kid first. I was going to be really mean to you because I want to see whether anyone else kind of started. Are you all right with that? Are you quite happy with that? And yeah, cool. So we did that. She's started crying, and then I got worried because I thought, oh no, maybe I've gone too far.
She's just acting.
Yeah, she's brilliant. She's just acting.
How
it was
cool
amazing.
Is that?
Yeah.
They'll remember that though. They'll remember that.
Yeah.
When they have a podcast in 10 years' time.
Yeah. So she was wicked, and then that. And that's it. But you plan it with the children before.
Yeah, I don't know whether they've done that.
You don't just come in and put the bag over.
This would have been in the 70s. I think you could do what you like back in the 70s. And then the third thing that I wanted to talk about. Do you remember? We might have to go. This might have been before your time, so we might have to go back on YouTube and show you some of these things.
Yeah.
Do you remember some of the adverts that they had? And there's a few that I think were epic. One of them was about wearing seatbelts in cars.
Right.
And they have an accident, and the little girl in the back launches through the windscreen.
Yeah.
And then there's all the ones with fireworks,
like Mad Tony.
My mate Mad Tony. But do you remember all the ones with fireworks where they'd have that, and it would be, and then there was the one where the little kid kicks his football into the substation.
Yeah.
I've got my thing. So the little kid kicks his football into the power
electrical.
Station. Yeah, and then he goes in and gets fried.
Yeah.
You don't get like that anymore, do you?
No.
I feel I need to go and watch them.
Yeah. Do you remember Young Einstein? Did you ever watch that film?
No.
That had a bit about electrocuting in.
Did it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Well, it was quite upsetting for me, but it was quite a funny film.
Oh, while we're talking about films and we're so off piece that there's I don't think there's any recovering for this particular section. I watched a movie this week.
Right.
What my bedtime routine typically.
We were going to go watch a film and we haven't.
Oh, we were going to watch Tron.
We were going to watch Tron.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We'll go and do that. I will book it. It's been a bit busy this week, if I'm honest. I will try and fix that. Anyway, so my bedtime routine typically is I do all the things, tidy up where I can do. I don't like leaving mess when I go to bed, so I tidy up, put the dishwasher on.
Yeah,
that makes me feel better.
Yeah,
and then I go up to bed, and then I normally watch like a YouTube about like mending wristwatches.
Yes.
Or Porsche. I really like Porsche. So I watch a video about like the history of Porsche.
Oh, right, okay.
No, sometimes it's mending. I like people working on Porsches. I like that. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wednesday night, going to bed, and I thought I'm going to watch a film.
Yeah.
Because it was a little bit early.
Yeah.
So I saw this film on Netflix called The House of Dynamite.
Yeah.
And it gave me really bad nightmares.
Really?
And it's about nuclear war.
Right.
So it's about a nuclear missile that gets sent to America, but they don't know where it's come from. They just like detect it, and it's like mid-flight.
Yeah.
And it's going to land in Chicago and kill loads of people. And it gets told from multiple different perspectives. It gets told first of all from the perspective of like the team, like the American military team who are sending up missiles to try and bring it down.
Yeah.
And it fails, and they all kind of outside start vomiting and crying.
Yeah.
And then you get like the strategic advisors giving advice to the president of what he should do and blah blah blah. Right. So they're kind of all following the process. They've all got lots of processes to follow, and they're just following the process and doing that. There's no questions asked. They're just doing what's in there. And then the final bit is about the president trying to make the decision of how we should retaliate and who to. And he's got this list of thousands of nuclear weapons. And, do you want to completely destroy China? Do you want to completely destroy blah, 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 blahs and all this kind of stuff? And
you still don't know where it's come from?
No.
Yeah, okay.
And the whole thing is...
that's interesting.
The whole thing is about the proliferation of nuclear weapons, right?
Yeah,
and you never find out, you never find out whether the nuclear weapon explodes in the US, and you never find out what happens. So it kind of cuts off like while they're making these decisions.
Yeah.
And I then so I fell asleep, and then I woke up like 3 times, and I kept waking up like in a like a nuclear apocalypse.
Really?
And
that really got you then?
Yeah. It just absolutely. I went back to watching videos about wristwatch. And Mend It Mark. I love Mend It Mark.
Yeah.
Or welding. One of those things.
Yeah.
And so I've been watching those ever since.
Yeah.
I'm quite fragile, really.
Yeah.
But isn't it? Do you know what hit me with it though? Is you can't control it, can you?
No.
Do you know what I mean? And there's nothing horrific in this movie. It's not like an R-rated.
Yeah.
It's not like Threads.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Yeah, it's not like Threads. I still have nightmares about Threads, and I watched it 30 years ago.
Right. I don't know what that is.
Watch Threads.
Okay.
Go. Threads is one of the most harrowing and like unnerving apocalypse movies,
really,
like ever. Like everything you'll judge back against Threads of how it's really like properly weird, unnerving movie. But it's not like that. It's all kind of nice. It's all people in army fatigues, discussing the order and the but it properly went mad in my brain.
Just planting seeds, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Hips like Cinderella, most
We don't like go, oh wow, how loud can we make the sound? That's not the experiment. The experiment is just, wow, this is going to be another song.
We try to reduce it to what it was like when we were 13 or 14. You first start playing guitar in your friend's garage, and you just make a bunch of noises, and it's fun. And that's sort of what we do. We try to keep that same mentality. You know, we're not at that age anymore, and we're certainly not as immature as that. We're very mature now.
So the way we normally do these things is
what things?
These podcasts.
Oh yeah.
So the way they normally, by accident rather than by design, is you do the blog.
Yeah.
And then we choose the album.
Yeah.
And then you kind of do the blog, and you've got your sort of thing that you plan quite meticulously.
Meticulously.
And it's all there.
Yeah.
And then we rock up at the thing, and I don't really know what I'm doing. And then I find some videos that we then put in the thingy, in the podcast. And sometimes we enhance the audio.
You're like totally giving away all the secrets.
But tonight, because normally we look through the videos of like what, you know, like interviews of from that era or about that era, but this one is the first one where we've actually got a different artist talking about the Pixies.
Oh, the David Bowie bit. I love it. He's yeah.
And he's got some really interesting things to say about the Pixies.
In that interview, he mentions another band that I did not like at the time, but then did, and that's Sonic Youth.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like they need to go and do a Sonic Youth album.
I don't understand Sonic Youth still, so we should. Yeah. Sonic Youth, Fugazi, so that sort of.
There's a big group of those. Do you know? There's a Sisters of Mercy as well. In that kind of group.
Yeah, they're still going, aren't they? They still do
kind of get it at the time, but now I quite like. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah.
The first time I heard the Pixies would have been around 1988. I found it just about the most compelling music outside of Sonic Youth in the entire 80s, I think. In America, they just didn't ignite people the way that they ignited them in Europe. There was such a lot of sludge in America at the time. I think Pixies had a real hard time pushing their way through to the surface. 3 elements, I think, made them important as a sound band. One was their pure dynamics, the very obvious now, but not obvious at the time, dynamic of keeping the verse extremely quiet and then getting it erupting into a blaze of noise for the choruses. That was one element. The second element was the interesting juxtapositions that Charles brought together of quite sordid material at times, I suppose. Charles's lyrics actually dealt with common or garden kinds of subjects, but the way the permutations that he created within the different subjects that he dealt with were so unusual that it caught my ear immediately. It was the sense of imagination, and I use imagination not lightly, not in terms of it being a fantasy, which most people define imagination as, but being able to understand the affinities of something and have those affinities illuminate a subject. It's done so effortlessly, and it's done with such a sense of fun and enthusiasm. There's a great sense of humor underlying everything that Charles does. 3 were the colors that Santiago provided as a guitarist. I think as a guitar player, he's terribly underrated. It's much more about texture. He supplies extraordinary texture. One of the strongest songs that I heard at the time was Debaser. Space of Religion, 2 very basic American subjects. The 2 subjects closest to the American heart, I think. The pure strength of him on stage, this kind of mass of screaming flesh, was kind of a very imposing figure. I always thought there was a psychotic Beatles in there, you know. There's a great reverence for earlier rock music with Charles. One of them was UMass. I like UMass. What they've done is change the format for delivering harder rock. I don't think that format really existed before they came along. It's a cliche, but somebody once said that the Velvet Underground didn't sell many albums, but everybody who bought a Velvet Underground album formed a band, and I would have to suggest that the same thing really applied to the Pixies. Once you heard them, you wanted to have a band.
Outside there's a boxcar waiting. Outside the family store. Out by the fire breathing. Outside we wait till face turns blue. I know the nervous walking. I know the dirty bed hangs. Out by the boxcar waiting. Take me way to nowhere place. There is a wait so long. You never wait so long. Here comes a man. Here comes a man. Here comes your man. Big shake on the boxcar moving. Big shake to the land that's falling down. Is a wind makes a palm stop blowing. A big, big storm falling, break my crown. There is a wait so long. You never wait so long. Here comes your man. Here comes your man. Here comes your man. Here comes your There is a wait so long. You never wait so long. Here comes your man. 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 Here comes your
I want to talk a little bit about them not being that big in the United States of America.
Even though they're an American band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the UK, it landed at number 8 in the UK charts, stayed and charted for 11 weeks. It peaked at 98 in the US.
Yeah.
On the Billboard 200. I have to bear in mind, I think we only had 40. Was it 40 on our chart?
Yeah,
in
top
the
40.
UK.
Yeah.
Whereas in the US, I think there were 200. So it was stayed in there for 27 weeks. Yeah, it's interesting. It was platinum in 2018 in the US. It was platinum in the UK fairly soon after launch, I think. But
oh wow, so it took that long to
it's really I think it's really interesting.
That's so because they were big in Europe, weren't they? They were big
in
Europe.
Yeah. They just didn't
land in America.
But I think it's interesting. We talked about this. We hinted at this a little bit earlier. But they were like a necessary stepping stone, I think. I think they were a massive influence on Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
I don't think Nirvana would have been Nirvana without the Pixies. There's it feels like this like evolutionary next step. It feels like in my brain, this album, this one album, kind of it's like that. You got to cross a river, and this is in the middle. Yeah, and then by this getting over there, you ended up with Nirvana being Nirvana. Yeah.
So what was on the other side of it then? Would that have been like your Grateful Dead and those sort of things?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and it's kind of, I think so. Because it's interesting. I like lyrically and
Because where in America are they from? Because is it the Seattle-y bit, that sort of Washington-y
that's
kind
a good
of...
question. I don't know. Well, you should say to the listeners, I've forgotten my glasses. Which
You've
means
really struggled.
I can't read a bloody thing. It's but I've got my Galaxy tab turned up to full blast. Oh, they're from Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay, right. Okay, so the other side completely then.
We work in Boston. I like it.
Yeah,
it's really good. Do you know other things I like about Boston?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Fringe?
No.
Oh, it's not going to work. There was a big.
Is that Middle America? I don't even know where.
Yeah, go on. No, Boston's. It's near New York.
I was going to say it's that side, isn't it? Yeah.
That side, East Coast. New York. That's how they say it, isn't it?
Yeah. So Chicago, New York, Boston. That's all the same sort of bit.
Kind of. Chicago's a little bit further over.
Is it?
More Middle America, yeah.
Oh, is it? I don't really know.
Boston's kind of coast. Boston's coastal, New York.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a company called Massive Dynamic in Fringe. You'd like Fringe? How can you not have watched Fringe?
I don't know.
What?
What is it?
It's dead good. I'm going to make you watch Fringe when we're finished.
This is going to be a thing where you go, you'll love this, and I'll go, it's crap,
what?
Mate. I don't like it.
We're not moving until you've watched it. No, genuinely, you'll love it.
Right. Someone else has mentioned that to me before.
Fringe is brilliant.
Okay, yeah.
Fringe
is it one where there's loads of series, though?
6. 7.
Yeah, that's going to take 6 months of my life, isn't it?
It is. It will. It's about...
Is it as good as Sons of Anarchy? I like Sons of Anarchy.
It's about 2 universes connected together.
Wow.
And stuff kind of hangs... And stuff from one universe goes in and impacts the other universe. And it slowly unveils... It's like a whodunit. It's it slowly unveils what's happening, and... It's
that sounds really good,
X-Filesy, very X-Filesy.
Right, wow.
Anna Torv is in it, who's awesome. I have a massive crush on Anna Torv. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Loads of that. It's brilliant. It's just dead good.
Yeah.
It's like sciencey, and it's got the FBI in it. Everything with the FBI is dead good. It's just dead good.
Yeah.
It makes me want to stop right now and go and watch. In fact, if you've not seen Fringe,
go and watch it.
Go and watch it.
Is that based in Boston?
I bet the Pixies. Yes. So, I say it's based in Boston.
Yeah.
The headquarters of this fictional organisation called Massive Dynamic.
Yeah.
The building that they show is the same building from Boston.
Oh.
And when we first went to work in Boston,
yes,
that was the first building that I went to go and see.
Oh, really? Is that Boston Dynamics then? Is that? That's a thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But that's not the same thing.
No, this is Massive Dynamic.
Oh, Massive Dynamic.
Evil Corp.
Oh, okay, right.
They're really good.
Boston do the robots, don't they?
They do, yeah. Not that though.
No.
This is.
I met a robot the other day.
You met one?
Yeah, like a dog one.
A dog bot?
Yeah.
We had them we did a STEM evening at the school, and we had dog robots.
Yeah, I bet it was the same one.
Was it?
Yeah.
They're dead good. They kept pushing it and it wouldn't fall over or anything.
Yeah, they've got a little camera on it and stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
There's a little bit of me that wanted to go just a bit Black Mirror.
Yeah. I read an article this week. We're doing lots of
punch one, and then
don't punch them. Have you seen?
No, it's in the robot. Just like lose it a little bit.
Yeah,
just lose it a bit. Go punch one, and then come back to its normal place.
I have to be nice to computers because in the Hitchhiker's Guide for the Galaxy, there's a robot uprising.
Yes, yeah,
and they go and kill everybody. So so you have to be nice to them. That's the law.
Yeah, and because they remember.
Yeah,
they have hard drives.
I read. We're doing loads of AI at work at the minute, and I read an article this week that said the AI uprising will last 7 minutes before humanity is totally overthrown.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that how long it'll take?
Yeah.
There we go then.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that 7 minutes isn't quite long enough for the first single on the new Youngblood album, which I quite like.
9 minutes. It's a single. 9 minute single.
9 bloody minutes.
Yeah, that's good going, I think.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll like that. It's like it's very singy.
Yeah.
Lots of singy songs on there. I like him. We should get him on the show.
Yes.
He'll come on.
Yeah.
He's doing Bloodfest at the minute.
Yeah.
Is
that now?
I don't know. He's always doing stuff, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's one of those people that has too much energy for his own good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are people that you are going to get yourself in trouble because you can't sit down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loads of kids are like that, I think.
Yeah.
They're the kids that change the world, though.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was able to sit down and I'm brilliant at doing nothing. When you got a long plane journey.
Yeah.
Even without an iPad or anything, I can just sit and do nothing.
Yeah.
For hours.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
I think Youngblood would explode. But he's going to change the world.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
No. Him and Sleep Token and Ray.
Yeah, I bought Leo a Sleep Token hoodie.
Did you?
He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves the Sleep Token.
Good band.
Yeah, he loves the Sleep Token. It's really good. It's a shame they're not old enough for us to cover, actually. We should be able to.
There will one day. One day there will be.
We'll be dead by then.
Yeah.
I don't know how long. Well, the AI uprising will have finished. What do we do after that?
What, after the AI uprising?
Yeah. Is it like the Matrix?
Yeah.
Will the sky go funny?
Yeah.
And there'll be an architect. If there's an opportunity to be the architect, I want the big voice.
Yeah.
You know, the architect in the Matrix.
Yes. Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah.
I like because he had all the little TV screens and everything. I think that's dead good.
Yeah.
I'll be the architect. Although I think he was a computer. It was a program. I can't do that.
No.
I don't know what I don't know. What do we do?
Well, we're a simulation anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Well, that's all right then.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everybody about your disappointing fruit pastels today?
So earlier in the week, I was in Aldi and I bought. I had a week where I. So what I do sometimes is I'll go to the shop and I'll just get loads of a particular kind of food. And then that'll be my food for the couple of days.
Yeah.
And this week it was seafood. So I just went mad. Just went like prawns and salmon and like different things like that.
Yeah.
So I had like a bag full of that because I was on my own this week.
Yeah.
So and
you go a bit feral, don't you?
Yeah, the food of choice was fish or seafood, and then. So on the way out, I went. So obviously in Aldi, you go past the middle aisle of doom, which is where you can buy like a chainsaw and that. Yeah. And then you go to the other side, which is where all the sweets are.
Sweet side, that's my favourite.
So I walked down there because I sometimes get the Enchanted mix, which is vegan.
Oh yeah,
sweets, so they're going to have gelatin in.
I like them. Yeah.
And they're fizzy. I like fizzy sweets. So sometimes I have the worm ones, which are like that. So, but this time I looked underneath because we obviously, when we come and do our podcast, it's 2 cans of Diet Coke Zero and fruit pastels, and that's it. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't be able to do the podcast.
No, it wouldn't work, would it?
So. They're in and the fruit pastels have to be the red and black ones.
Yeah,
because they can't be.
It doesn't work quite.
No, we had it one week, didn't we?
I like the green. I like the green ones as well.
It didn't feel right.
Work quite the same way. No.
So in Aldi, they've got in the same colour bag.
Yeah,
with a similar coloured scheme. Yeah,
yeah,
but they've got the black and red fruit pastels called something else.
Yeah.
Fruit,
whatever.
And they're not very good.
I was disappointed. You were disappointed, weren't you?
Well,
I
they
felt
taste all
disappointed.
right, but the texture was totally wrong.
What do you think they were made of? It's best not to ask.
No, I don't know. But yeah, I won't be buying those again.
Oh, that's so-called Aldi.
I think that if I wouldn't have had fruit pastels, the proper ones.
I
didn't know that experience. I would have been all right.
Spoiled.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
By them, I've got cramp in my foot. I'm going to have to stretch. What did you get cramp?
Do I get cramp?
Yeah, cramp.
In my thigh, sometimes in my calf and my thigh.
Yeah, I get it there. Just that bit. I get that.
Yeah.
Just I'm pointing on the podcast to my whatever that bit's called.
This is a great episode, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah, this one's off-piste.
It is. It's going to be great. You can imagine people like a really hardcore Pixies fan. They'd be like, you would get that
what
kind
are you doing? What are you
dear
playing that
so-called podcast. I can fear. And if that's you, we're really sorry.
Yeah.
But you
could just get the Aldi the fruit pastels.
It's just the way it is. But shall we come back on track?
Oh yes.
I'd like to talk about the critical reaction.
52 minutes in.
Critical reaction to this album.
Yes.
Guess what everyone said?
I don't know actually, because it's one of those where it's either going to be the greatest album ever and like it's going to open the universe to a new genre of stuff, or people are going to go, I don't get it, it's a bit weird.
All loved it. So Melody Maker loved it. Sound,
they all loved it.
NME gave it 10 out of 10.
All English though.
Yeah. NME gave it 10 out of 10. Rolling Stone and Village Voice placed it in album of the year. Modern Praise, Pitchfork put it as the number 4 best album of the 1980s. Rolling Stone 144 of their all-time 500 list. NME put it as number 2 on their 1980s, number 8 of all-time albums of all time. Mojo.
This is the difference, isn't it? All-time albums.
Yeah,
that's the one, isn't it? That's where it's landed in history. Is like.
But it's interesting to me that it wasn't massive at the time, so it didn't land commercially. It wasn't like Nevermind.
No.
Which is like, or Back in Black, or
it
wasn't like one of those, or Dark Side of the Moon. But I think it's interesting for me.
It's what you said about it being a stepping stone album.
It changed stuff, didn't it? It was
it's
this
a
in
landscape
between.
shifter.
It did this kind of thing, like changed, and then there was just a whole bunch of stuff that happened, like on the back of it. And they're always interesting for me, these albums, because you kind of never really know. Like if the Pixies hadn't made it, would somebody else have? Made it? It
almost gave a lot. It gave permission for other artists to sort of do the thing.
I guess what I'm getting at, is it a function of its time?
Yeah.
Or is it like a bunch of other stuff that was happening around the same time, and that's what gave birth to this record? Or is it, which is my personal theory on this, is it's just a function of the right people at the right time. So it's Gil Norton, and it's kind of, it's all, having all these people in the studio at the same point in time. The fact that
it's interesting that Bowie called it, was it a psychotic Beatles? Is that what he said?
Psychotic Beatles. Like
Which is a great analogy, but you always hear that said about the Beatles, in that that's the product of those four guys and the producer coexisting at the same time and just sort of like stumbling across each other, and that's the product of that relationship and that time and that technology, and that's perhaps what this is.
You might be right, actually. I think it's there is,
I think that's why music's so beautiful as well, though, because it is a capture. It's a snapshot. It's a capture.
That's
of
kind of where I was going with it. It's a point in time, isn't it? It's something that couldn't be reproduced. Like having like Kim Deal in a grumpy mood kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And the band like sitting in silence a little bit reminds me a little bit of Rumours, where Fleetwood Mac were, and Pink Floyd.
Pumpkins, another example of that.
Where the band are just not functioning very well.
No,
just well enough to kind of get an album out, and like you replicating that is. Because, like, I mean, you've always talked about this, but it's like it's like the way you play almost, and the music that comes out of you is kind of part of who you are and how you're feeling at that time. So you can't replicate that. Like, plucking the same band, putting them back into the studio a year later, you'd have got a completely different record.
Very true.
Or like a few albums before that, obviously you got Surfer Rosa, but it's it's not necessarily like the impact it had on the charts.
No.
I think it's the impact it had on other people and other musicians. And like we talked about before, Kurt Cobain said that massively impacted.
Yes.
And Smells Like Teen Spirit, he said that was unashamedly trying to write a Pixies song.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's a bit of me that kind of thinks if this album hadn't been made, the gap it leaves is so big. That what happened after it may not have happened in the same way. Maybe. I mean, may not have happened in quite the same way that it did. So, there is weird. It makes you kind of want to draw this like musical tree. I'm sure people have done it. I'm sure it exists out there on the internet already. But
just where it fits in the ecosystem.
The genealogy, of kind of where these things came from and the influences, and I think it's I don't know. I think it exists in kind of every genre. I think where the branch splits. And it just changes, and it's like sometimes it splits like really hard, where you've got like. You're tracing like Kublai Khan and Spite and these kind of like modern hardcore bands, and metal hardcore bands, back to actual hardcore and back to punk. Back, you can kind of sometimes you can you can split it based on the album directly. I know it's more subtle. It's like you can't quite see it. But I think this is one where there's a bunch of subtle stuff happening behind it, and then this is a really hard bit. This is like a spike. This is a big fat node where after it, a bunch of big, like all that big Seattle scene.
It just opened the door to that.
The alt rock scene and the grunge. It just feels like without this record, that stuff probably wouldn't have happened.
We've spoken about like. gateways before, about bands being a gateway for other bands.
Yeah.
But from a musical taste perspective, but actually from a creative perspective, that's probably true as well.
Yeah.
And then it just opens the floodgates to this whole new kind of era of stuff.
Yeah, and again, this is something you've talked about where you like your playing was influenced by what you learned as a young guitarist, and that was John Bon Jovi and Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah,
and so like your style and the way you play, and that's influenced by that stuff you first learned.
Yeah,
and so somebody who first learned the guitar to Pixies songs is
going to have a different thing going on.
And that genealogy, those influences. It's funny because you get 4 different people or 5 different people or 6 different people with different influences,
with all different, and then you put them together in a melting pot, and then a thing happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that then becomes that's great. That's so cool. It's really lovely. Organic and yeah.
Do you remember Pandora? There was a website called
I
Pandora
do remember that. I forgot all about it.
Music genealogy. I always remember loving that and thinking that was such a cool thing to do. I mean, it got used for like radio and finding music that's similar. But I always felt that could have been bigger and different. But it's all about that, isn't it? It's all about trying to.
That's what I quite like. When you find a new thing and you quite like, and then suddenly you've got those bits at the bottom where it's. If you like this, here's a load of recommendations. That's quite cool as well.
I love. There was one of the things I really like about Apple Music is I can go to the artist and then scroll to the bottom, and it's not done based on that genealogy. It's literally other people. It's like Amazon shopping. It's like other people.
If you like this, you'll like this.
I've also listened to these. Yeah. And I always like that because you click on a band and you go and you like normally what it's going to be. Like you can rattle up. If you're into music, you kind of know. If you click on Pixies, you kind of know the other artists, right? But there's always one that's like a bit left field. And you think, what's that? And you dive in. I can waste an entire day doing that. Yeah, just kind of surfing artists. Because then you'll go from one, then you jump to another one, and you think, or it will be. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, the last couple of weeks, I've gone on a real 9 Inch Nails back catalogue binge because of Tron. They did the soundtrack to Tron. And I was like, that's really, really cool. But then that spins you off to a whole bunch of other artists. And
I know we call music streaming quite a lot in the music industry because obviously it doesn't, give artists a lot of money.
Pay any money,
no, it doesn't. But in terms of as a consumer, it's just incredible, in terms of the discovery engine that it has and all that sort of stuff.
It is. It's, you just kind of wish, I really wish, because it's all based on streams and what people also listen to. Like a young artist, a new breakthrough artist, it's hard. You can't break through. You can't get so your voice heard because it's like needle in a stack of needles. And you kind of think that we got to be so close to having AI be able to fingerprint music styles. And like go, hey, you've been listening to 9 Inch Nails this week, or you've been listening to whatever, and it kind of goes, here are some artists that sound really like those. And they might not be massive. They might not have 10,000 followers a month. They might be, tiny little bands, but they've put
they're
something
really
out.
good. Yeah. I think there's the feeling that there's going to be a really nice period of time just ahead of us for music. Yeah. Because of the levy, the big from
the big artists paying,
big artists kind of
funding smaller
grassroots
venues.
stuff through the live thing, and I just think that's good because that creates more melting pots. That creates more of a supportive environment. Like, if you seen what Ireland have done.
No.
So Ireland have basically given universal basic income to musicians.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah. So a number of musicians are basically, it's not loads of money. But
it's enough to survive.
It's sort of, here's some money so that you can create. Yeah. And you haven't got to worry about money while you're creating.
Wow.
And I think there's probably going to be a wave of this sort of thing coming now.
It's interesting. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is interesting to see where music is going to go. It's
Because the technology that's around is insane. It's incredible.
I was talking to one of the. So I took all the boys from school, not all the boys from school. We took 10 of the boys from school to Ninja Warriors this week, which was a good laugh.
Yeah.
But one of the older boys was there. He didn't want to go and bounce with the smaller boy, so I was going having a chat. I mean, he's a classical musician, and we were talking about music and stuff. And it's really interesting his take on it, like being quite young and you know. It was interesting. I was asking him what he felt about AI music and stuff. And he was like, I don't like having AI writing the music. He said, it doesn't work for me. He said, it doesn't, like, I'm not inspired by it particularly. And it kind of writes in a really clunky, obvious way. And it's not very great. Yeah. But using AI to help me write music, that works really well for me.
Yeah, it's an assistant,
and having
isn't
it analyze my music. So he said, I'll write a piece and then have it like provide critique and give me guidance on what's good and what's bad about it. That I really like, and that works really well for me. And I thought it was really interesting the way he like what, you know, one of these things was almost the AI doing the thing.
Yeah, that
wasn't, you know, didn't find that particularly valuable. But him being in the driving seat and writing these pieces of music,
it's an assist. It's a tool to help you to do your thing.
And he said it just gives you ideas. Like he said, what I'm getting from it is that you do it, and then it will give me feedback. Like you know, maybe consider changing the phrasing or changing the speed here, it gives you ideas. You don't have to take them, but it's like being able to get a friend and forcing them to listen to your music. And then for them to be able to have be articulate enough to be able to talk to you in the language that you need.
I like that.
And it was quite cool.
Give us some ideas. Give us some pointers. Give us some.
Don't do it for me. Just help me.
Help
me do it. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah, definitely.
So who knows? Music might be in. We might be in for a great time, or I might just carry on listening to Ride the Lightning instead. We haven't done Ride the Lightning, have we?
No, we should. We should do something. Shall we play a song and then decide what we're going to do? Oh, we need to do facts, don't we? Should we do facts? What should we have? What's the order?
Well, here's the problem about facts.
Yeah.
I can't read the because I've not got my glasses. Yeah. Shall I do some basic facts?
Yeah, basic facts. Yeah, do basic facts, and then we'll play a song. Then we'll.
So it was released on April 17th, 1989.
Could you just say that again? 'Cause I had a yawn.
It was released on April 17th, 1989. April 18th in the US.
Right after.
I think they used to release on a Tuesday. Allegedly, it was $40,000 the budget to record.
That's not a lot of money, is it?
No. Apparently, they had $10,000 for Surfer Rosa.
Oh, so it's a lot more than what they had before.
Personnel: Black Francis, Kim Deal, Joey Santiago, David Lovering, and Gil Norton was the producer. He described himself as the drill sergeant, which I thought was quite funny.
Yeah.
Gil Norton had a big impact on the record. He slowed down tempos, which I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
He added a bunch of tension. So in Debaser and stuff, he kind of changed the structure.
You can feel that.
Yeah, there was a lot of kind of tension that was added, which I think is really, really good. Layered guitars and used compressors instead of the kind of open room ambience that they were using before. And there was a big fight about reverb.
Yeah.
And I think it was...
there was something about putting blankets over the cabs or something to stop the reverb.
Joey Santiago really didn't like that, so was putting blankets over his cabs to kind of dry things out, which I think's really interesting. Gil Norton spent a couple of weeks ahead of the recording studio just going through all the demo tapes and stuff to kind of get him prepared.
So that's the puzzle bit.
Yeah. There's a lot of vocal doubling, which they didn't do before. Which I think is it's just interesting how big an impact a producer can have.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Lots of things here around themes and imagery from this. So, Black Francis was I don't know where he got the information, whether he'd read the Bible or whether it was just frown of it.
No, there's a piece where it was, I think, the household that he grew up in.
Yeah.
was very religious.
That would be where it comes from.
And so, yeah, I think there was a lot where it was kind of like he soaks it up a little bit.
Yeah, tons of themes in here about the Bible and Old Testament particularly. Dead and gouge away. Environmental collapse in Monkey Gone to Heaven, just talking about it's just too late to deal with.
Even though it's a promotional thing, like an advertisement, I think most people that make videos, they don't have any respect for the song because they're treating it as a promotional thing and not as this is a song and that's the source document for this, just like a book or something else. You're not like showing a snippet of a song. You're playing the whole song and you're experiencing the whole audio thing of this is their whole song that you're hearing. And they forget about that. And then also, as far as filmmaking or TV hobbyists, I think it doesn't have a lot of respect for that. It's not cool enough. All them budgets and all them cameras, they can't come up with anything better than that.
The lyrical context through the whole record is just all over the place. It's not like a theme, but it's all really dark. Well, darkish. It's dark and funny. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really interesting. Peaked at number 8 on the UK charts and 98 on the US Billboard. Didn't do that well in the United States at all. Did better after a while. I think it did better after you had like Kurt Cobain talking about Pixies being an influence. But not at the time. It was the UK press absolutely fawned over it and thought it was the best album ever. Nirvana quoted it as a huge influence. So did Radiohead, PJ Harvey, and Weezer.
See, I wonder if that's where this notoriety comes from. This idea of being the greatest record amongst the greatest records of all time is because other artists deem it to be the greatest record of all time, and you know those narratives weave themselves then, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. And there's a bunch of stuff in here that I think is like that whispering before screaming.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? They kind of started that
that light and shade thing.
And you know this got copied massively afterwards, but at the time this was like unheard of to have quiet verses and loud
spoke about that.
Loud choruses. And there are more facts, but I can't read them because I've not got my glasses. And that is the facts.
Right, let's play a tune then.
Tune.
So you can hear all these things in action, and then we should talk about what's next.
Okay.
Hey! Been trying to meet you. Hey, must be a devil between us, or whores in my head, whores at the door, whore in my bed. But hey, where have you been? If you go, I will surely die. With change.
To make a cool rock tune as our goal, and we live for only that song when we're making that song. And you know, I appreciate bands that have they're very stylistic and remain in their particular corner of sound or persona or image. I like that, but we're just not real good at that. Better just think about a one little 2-minute experience and try to make it good.
Sit the man to the lady.
What do you reckon then? Because we did last week, we did some planning. We spoke about a few things.
What?
Yeah. We said, we'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. I think we spoke about doing Bush next.
Bush! 16 stone.
We did. I'm
Is
sure we
it
did.
legal?
Is it legal? Yes.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know now you said that. No, I'm
Bush.
sure it is. I'm sure it's 80, 98, 99.
94.
Oh, way before then.
Get in. It's one of my favourite albums. This album has a track on it called, well, there are two on here that I absolutely adore. There is one called Little Things. And yeah, I don't know. I just love it. I just absolutely adore this album.
I used to play Come Down quite a lot in sets.
That was one of the big singles, wasn't it?
But I like the slower version of it, not the faster version.
Oh, okay.
Is it on the normal track listing?
I'm just looking. I've not got my glasses. I can't really. I can vaguely make out Glycerine. I'm just looking. I can vaguely make out Glycerine. Everything Zen, Swim, Bomb, Little Things, Come Down, Body, Machine Head, Testosterone Monkey, Glycerine, Alien, Ex-Girlfriend.
Right. So where was that?
I'm like 50-50 whether that 50-50 from memory, and I'm squinting at the screen.
There's definitely another version of Come Down. Like there's like a faster than the normal album version.
Yeah.
But it might have been a B-side then. It might have been a B-side for something. But there was definitely a slower version of Come Down because I loved it. I thought it was really, really good.
It could easily have been, actually. Yeah. They did a lot of that kind of stuff. For me, they are a band that like are...
Because they're playing a lot of festivals.
They sum up American like alt rock and grunge, but they're British.
Yes,
and I remember first finding out they were like a British band, and I was just like,
"How's that?" Yeah,
horrified. So like I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because it was so American sounding.
I mean, quite clearly that's not a British band. Like quite clearly, the production's American, vocals are American. It even sounds like it's got like an American twang to
yeah.
Vocal style, and we talked about this a few weeks ago. This is an album I would love on vinyl.
You just can't get it.
It's like £1 million. Yeah. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Reissue. Well, I don't think I don't like the reissues. That's the trouble. But I'll buy one if I have to.
Yeah.
But I can't even find it.
Someone could like send you it.
Yeah, if you got it, can you send it? There's a couple. There's like this. There's like couple of Goo Goo Dolls records.
Yeah.
So like I'd love Superstar Car Wash or Boy Named Goo. And you like all of these, you just can't buy them. They're stupid. Like the Goo Goo Dolls Superstar Car Wash, which we talked about loads in the show in the past, and it's one that I would love. It's one of my favourite records.
Yeah.
I had a chance to buy a copy of it for £110.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm not paying £110.
No.
Get lost.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it is now in Discogs?
About 300.
£250.
Oh, yeah.
And you're
crazy.
like, stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid people.
Yeah. I had that with Melancholy. I always wanted a copy of Melancholy, but it was always 400 quid.
It's mad.
Yeah, but I managed to get one. I thought it was 50 quid. I think I got it for.
That's all right.
Like three records. Yeah.
There are 50 quid's kind of the limit for me. I kind of get to a point where I just think I'm not paying more than that for it. It's like shoes. I won't pay more than 50 quid for shoes. There's a limit. I'm just not doing it.
No,
can't do it. It make me feel like sad inside. Music should make you feel happy inside.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. I'm sure that
the other thing is that the band aren't seeing that money, are they?
No, but
that's the thing. Is
second-hand market, isn't it? And it's interesting. A lot of it is. Like Earache, they're repressing stuff every day. There's like new stuff being pressed, and like Nuclear Blast are doing similar as well. And there's a bunch of these that are doing like reissues and stuff, and it's interesting because it kind of keeps the prices down.
Yes,
because they're constantly being reissued. You've always got those originals. I'm totally cool with collectors having a copy of Superstar Car Wash that's worth 500 quid.
Yeah,
because it's an original and it's blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I would love to have that original copy.
Yeah.
But I'm still totally cool with spending 20 quid on a copy of it, as long as I can you know what I mean, because like we've talked about this before, but for me during the week sometimes I love to be able to turn around, take a record out, and put it on, and I don't know, it just kind of that's your cup of tea time, and you just you know what I mean. So especially at lunchtime, because I work from home, so especially at lunchtime, or you know, if I'm going through emails or whatever else, I'll put that on in the background, and you just you know, it's nice to do.
Yeah.
Don't want to have to pay £500 for it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Balls.
So
we've decided.
Yeah, it's done.
Bush.
Sorted it. Bush.
See you next week.
Sorry.